Hello everybody and welcome back to Railroad Tycoon 2, our fourth and final scenario for this little section of scenarios before we return to the 2nd century campaign, or rather begin it I should say. And this time we're going to finish with Hail Sevastia. This is a much later in the game, 1965 in terms of the chronology of the years that you're covering this. Let's go through the scenario. Welcome to Sevastia, a small country with big plans. You need to tend to Sevastia's special needs to help it grow and flourish. That's meant to be an it. And of course, that's a bit telling of what Sevastia's like, of course. So yeah, let's go ahead and press OK on that. We are going to go hard, of course. We are going to go 2 computers this time. Give ourselves a bit more challenge, an extra obstacle or 2. And go from there, I suppose. Let's go ahead and start and see what we have to do. Sevastia, a rustic land just east of Slobovia, not far from Moronica. The ruler of Sevastia, Pandromasaravarulikanka Jr., has invited you to modernize Sevastia's rail system. Of course, Sevastia has special needs to be met, but what else is new? Because Sevastia has very little industry, you will only find goods in ports. Also, while food is plentiful, it is the main export of Sevastia and the single largest source of income to this little nation. The ruler, Pandoms will reward you for the following deeds. The Bronze Orb of Indifference. Haul 150 loads of food within 30 years. The Silver Spoon of Greed. Haul 200 loads of food and connect Port Sevastia to high water. And the Gold Chalice of, hey, it's gold. The above plus 12 loads of goods to the resort city of Omalak Falls. Okay, let's go over those terms. We've got some special conditions as well. The nation of Sevastia is not highly regarded in the world financial community. Therefore, you will not be able to perform any financial maneuvers, including buying or selling stock or bonds, declaring bankruptcy or merging. So saith the ruler. So we can't do anything really. We just play the game. We can still buy industries, I'm pretty sure. And we are probably going to start down here in Port Sevastia. That just makes the most sense, really. We'll probably connect up to Antwerpy. I find that's a good way to go. For further expansion, we have down here in Dalrabi, which is kind of awesome. There's some passengers there, potentially. We've also got our first new building, the distillery, which you can take grain and sugar to produce alcohol, which can be taken to towns and barracks as well, which I don't think are on the map in this scenario. So, haul a lot of food. We have to connect to high water, which is over here. There we go. So we just have to connect there. We don't need to do anything there, but we do need to get some goods over to Omalak Falls, which is over here. And the only way up there is through up here, up this way, like so. At least I find that is the only way, to be honest. We've got... Oh, I'm glad I spotted that. Oh, that could be a game changer. Do we have... Oh, nice spot, me. Here in Backwash, we appear to have a bakery. We've got some sugar and grains there. We can take that over here, and we can take that back to Spiff, and from Spiff we go over this way. That would be really quite good, actually. Really good. Okay, nice to know. So down here we can perhaps just have this all be our profit generation, so that we can haul all the food around, essentially. Yeah, that can work. Oh, that can absolutely work. I'm liking these 2 sugar farms here, next to each other. I'd quite like to have a train going back and forth here. Yeah, pretty much. So we've got some chemicals that go down to Port Sevastia, to the fertilizer plant. Then we can take some passengers, chemicals, drop that off there, take the sugar up to the bakery, and then take some food down here. And then we get some goods, and then they can take some goods back over here, or potentially we take it a step further, we take some sugar and goods all the way over here, down to... Oh, the problem is you both demand sugar. That's the awkward thing about multiple industries, is it can be a little bit troublesome in that regards. That's pretty good, actually. That's a good way to go. At least we've got our very first start. I appear to have an extra little bit of money I can squeeze out. That's quite nice. Our first manager is useless. Engine purchase for electric engines. Well, no, unless we go electric, actually. But I wasn't planning on going electric. Maybe I will on this occasion. It would be cheap. Well, in the long run. Okay, I'm still going to go down diesel, I think, because it's quicker for expansion, to be honest. But we're going to go ahead and build our first station probably here. We're going to miss out on a house there, but that's fine, because we're going to build a second station up here. That's then going to... Actually, can we navigate through that? Oh my gosh, that is so perfect. Like, we just have to place a small station, essentially. Let me just double check this. Can we... Beautiful. Look at that. Right through, then up here, and we build a medium station there. Oh, that just looks fantastic, doesn't it? Yeah, that's really nice. Okay. So, it is a lot of money to build an extra station here, though, isn't it? Does mean I can utilize this area more, and perhaps we do take some goods from here all the way across to Almanac Falls. It does depend where our competitors build. But for now, I am indeed going to build a station here. Right, lovely. Okay, and then up here, kind of as far along as we can, we'll build it there. Lovely. Makes it a bit shorter. And it's going to be regular track because we've got a good diesel engine. Oops, that's a bit off, isn't it? Hang on, let's do it from here, like that. I think I might have built that too far. Yeah, one too far. I will spend the 1k to go to that. That's a waste of money. I have wasted precious resources. Not good. So we are going to go from here to there. We're going to use the GP18. Okay. So this is a very strong diesel train. Really high performer. Good speed. Very reliable. It's just a much better version of the GP9, which we did use in the China scenario. That was it. But this one is very good. And kind of perfect for this one. Bit pricey. I was kind of hoping I got the 30% off of diesel engines originally, but alas, we didn't get that this time. From here, we're going to go probably something like this. There'll probably only be one available, but let's see how we get on. I will need to build some infrastructure as well. But yes, let's go crazy on passengers and mail for now. It's not a very long distance, but you know, that's pretty good money for that distance though, isn't it? Right, I'm going to go ahead and place a small station here. And I want to know how we can get on with, say, this here. That's quite good actually. Yes, let's build this here. Lovely. It's 100k, but it does mean we can claim this side here, because they're going to build up in Almanac Falls. Someone always builds up here, I think. I remember playing this years ago, and I enjoyed this scenario. I think I've played it a couple of times before. But there we go. Right, the Antwerpy Cannonball. How about the Antwerpy Antony? Sure, something like that. Alright, what are your options here? That's exactly what we have. Wow. Okay, I need to build some basic infrastructure here. Let's go ahead and do that now. We can just about afford it. And then you can probably go with throw an extra passenger at the end there. In fact, go all out. Yeah, all out, please. Let's just build up the money. I've gone ahead and started building the station here. I've got a small station there to grab the sugar, and I've built the medium station here, so we're nearly there. Obviously, I do still need to make sure I have enough money to actually build the train itself, which is why I'd really like a new manager. I'm hoping I can get the manager that gives me a discount on diesel trains. Good, yes, suspend the dividend, please. I think Rudolph Diesel. That has to be him. That has to be him. It's clues in the bloody name, right? There you go. Stock prices doesn't matter. The diesel engine. Oh, we'll get him in a moment anyway. Not like we can afford the train, but that really does help us out a lot. That'll take about 40, 50k off maybe. Something I should point out is we also have our two competitors, who neither of which started on Almanac Falls, which I am shocked with. They've started here, which is a really nice starting spot actually, and they've got some trains that can navigate these hills. They're not able to take advantage of all that cattle. They can take advantage of the sugar, so they're going to get some alcohol going. They'll be profitable. We've then got one up here, which is... I've seen better starting spots. Mind you, they've kind of got a decent route. 5.5, it's not good, but it's all under 6%, so they'll be able to get through from Caldera Bluffs to Giant Rock. No, we will not be using a Shinkansen, but thanks for letting me know it exists. Let's take a look at how much we get after this. Another 160, well, about 300k. I still need to make the connection on the track. Marvellous. Let's go ahead and finish this off here. Alright, I doubt we can afford the train still. 171. Right, you need to go through one more. Oh, hang on. Take the extra chemical then. Yeah. 3 passengers, 2 chemicals. Slobovian mob captured. Decrease in train robberies expected. Oh, that's really good news. Actually, we don't need cabooses as much in terms of security. I wasn't aware of what security would be like. I'd assumed fairly poor, to be honest with you. But it's good to know that robberies are less likely to occur. Okay, we can now build or bring in, buy another train, that's the term. Okay, you're going to take a bunch of fertilizer, and that's probably it. Just trying to think, maybe one passenger? Yeah, you'll get more for that. No passengers. You're going to take 2 fertilizer. On this occasion, take all 4. No, just take 2. Sorry, I'm being very indecisive here, I realise, but that is what it is. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take it up here. And take all 6 food back down. Yes, that's it. Keep the train small, keep it light, at least for this first section. It's going to be quite heavy going up this way, but it's a nippy train and it will do a good job. This sugar we will probably take down here. But I wonder actually if I could place this just right so that it ignores. Yeah, we lose a house, but we'll only get, oh no, that won't work, sorry. Oh, that misses out on too much. There, no, here. Oh god, no, that's, no, that's okay. That can work, hang on. Do it like this. Ew. That looks steep. I don't think I do like that. I might have to destroy one of those. Probably the distillery so that we can transport more grains would make the most sense, wouldn't it? That would be the logical thing to do here. Anyway, we're almost 2 years in. I feel like the sanding tower and the roundhouse belong up here. We definitely want that sanding tower a bit earlier on. And do we want to take all food that way, or do we want to maybe expand out? Where to? Paradise City? Or Paradise City? I do need to look at doing something over here as well. Okay, we're 2 years in now, I think. And, yeah. It'd be nice if it told us how much food we've hauled, but that might be a little while away. I'm also thinking we'll have 2 trains going up this way with food, so we can double that up. We're going to be taking a lot of food to Port Sevastia, but that's fine, really. Yeah. I'm glad we've got a separate one for this, because at least that's just one less train around here. Okay, let's take a look at what we've got in Antwerp. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. 3. Nope. Yeah, take the lot, please. Good. Gonna micromanage these. We need as much money as we can get. And we can probably start purchasing some of these industries as well. Well, that's a pretty good bit of money there for some food. 333k. We could use that and we can start thinking about, yeah, actually buying a few things here. That'd be nice. And this should come down fairly quickly. I don't know why I built the sanding tower up there, but really I should have brought it down here. I'm going to buy that now because we are going to have another service coming out of this very station. There we go. That's good. The mail got some good money there. That's fine. Yeah, don't overdo it. Let's just take what we can here. We might want to reduce the amount that this train is taking in terms of passengers and mail. I wouldn't mind that. We'll do something similar here. Yeah, there we go. There'll always be a high demand for food here because of the port as well, by the way. And now that we've got food coming in down here, we can take goods up, actually. So the only thing is, I think you must be in customs. Yes. So with that being the case, let's go ahead and build a customs office. Let's also build some telephone poles to speed up the turnaround as well. So that should be quite good. I might want to build those up here as well. Telephone poles. 80,000. Should we not just go for a roundhouse? No, we'll go for telephone poles. No, we don't have enough money. Okay, that's fine. You know what? That's okay. Okay, yet another year's gone by. That's 3 years. They're kind of flying by real quick right now. Nobody's expanded yet. But let's sort of get an idea of how we're doing here. Okay, so let's bring this down a little bit. Let's take some goods, shall we, each time here. Antwerp, I think you're going to go 2 passengers. That's going to be your standard route now. And I'm going to not think too hard about it. You're going to take goods across. They'll make some good money. This port should be very profitable. Not to mention this fertilizer plant. We've also picked up this chemicals plant. That'll help quite a lot. So go ahead and take those passengers. You'll occasionally have some mail. So there you go. We just got some at the last moment there. Yeah, if whilst it's loading something jumps in, you do get that as well. So sometimes having a slower turnaround can be beneficial in a way. So do remember that. We'll keep the caboose again just to reduce any breakdown chances by 25%. So it was about 1.4. It's now, well, that's not fair. That's what it was stationary. Boom times ahead. Okay, we'll get more money for stuff then, which means this lot of food should be very valuable again. I do think we want 2 trains here. We'll take 2 at a time. But yeah, we may want to even take a few goods back. Maybe just 1 goods back? Could be nice. We'll take 5 across. I would like to possibly double that up, but maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. This can be purchased. I think that's the next order, is picking up the fertilizer plant. Because we've got 30 years, so we've got until 1995, actually. So even this is lucrative, and that's going to be... That is once a year. Okay, increase rate by 25%, so you're producing about nearly 4 a year. 8. If you take 4 at a time back and forth, maybe 5 at a time actually. We have 2 trains doing that. We'll haul a lot of food, and that's, what we want to do here, isn't it? That's the name of the game in this scenario. Okay, looks like we've just suddenly got an extra one up here. Okay, that kind of changes things a little bit. I may have to go and really whack this up to 4 chemicals at a time. We may even want to put a chemicals pickup plant. I think it's a liquids pickup plant. That will really speed the turnaround a little bit. Get you moving, because that's a lot there. We're racking that up. I didn't see that appear. That could be beneficial in the long run. Here it is, liquid storage. So reduces the pickup penalty time by 50%. We'll go ahead and slap that in there. And that should really help here. So you'll see the unloading. Now it's loading. Now we've got a new year. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Okay, and still loading. But yeah, it would have been even more than this. Okay, good. Off you go. And off you go. Lovely. So that's not bad at all. Yeah, I'm leaning towards doubling this up. If we get this started early with a double, not only will these be even actually profitable enough to buy. By the way, we own the bakery. It's already making 50,000. We don't own the port. We should own that soon. 33,000 here, 25,000 there. That's because this chemical plant is now interfering with that. But that's okay. We're going to have to wait for these guys to all come through. And once you've kind of gone all the way up here, the next time I will probably double up the track and build a second service here. Okay, our competitors aren't really... One of them's not sure what to do. We've kind of cut them off here by building a station. That trick has worked yet again. I strongly recommend hindering a little bit of your growth, even if it's by a year, if it means you completely usurp a competitor. I am surprised they've not decided to connect to Indigo here. Maybe it's too far out. They kind of have a limit to how far they're willing to travel most of the time. At least that's what I tend to find anyway. Right, once you've pretty much arrived here, I'm then going to double track everything here. Which we'll need to double track this section anyway when we start heading down south. Yeah, I'm going to also need 300k to destroy this distillery, because I want the bakery there. Okay, we've now got our second train running here. I've reduced it to 5 sugar and 5 food at a time for now. I'm also waiting until you've left the station. You have left the station, good. To reduce that, well, we've got 6 food there. We might as well take 6 food down, right? That makes the most sense to me. They are just absolutely gushing cash here. This was a really good call on their part, I'll give them that. Gushing cash, yeah, you don't say. You don't say, mate. This bakery, though, very pleased with that. How's the port looking? It's currently good. That's going to be really, really, really good once you start throwing goods down that way. It does demand alcohol, though. But I feel I want to meet the scenario requirements here. And I really want to just really focus on food. I'm very tempted to start looking at building out down here, to be honest with you. Okay, we've quickly picked up these sugar farms because they were very lucrative, which is good if anything. I'm also going to pick up this chemical plant when I can next as well. So we're building up a nice little infrastructure here. Some businesses that are going to give us a couple of 100k almost. Yeah, basically. Especially once we get that last chemical plant. If we maybe get the port as well, if it ends up being that profitable. We are adding a lot more food to it as well going forward. We might even be able to take additional... No, I'm fine with that as a train. It's a nice variety. That'll keep the value of the goods it's requesting. Goods it's requesting, the passengers and the mail, nice and high for the distance. So this train will be, you know, really profitable every year. If that can make $250,000 every year, that's fantastic. And bearing in mind it's obviously got some industry attached to it, that's a real good profit driver. Alright, we've got that. Let's pick this one up as well. Good. We are strong. I like it. That's a really good asset base. Alright, now I'm going to wait a little while and then we're going to start looking at further expansion. Don't know if I mentioned it before, but yeah, oil wells are available, as are all refineries for diesel. And then you can produce power somewhere, take them to a power plant. Which, unfortunately, well, they produce waste, but there's nowhere to take that waste on the map, which feels so fitting for a map that's, well, it's run by a dictator, doesn't it? Just, don't worry about that stuff. Alright, we are almost at the end of a year here. There we go. Let's pause it here. 736k. Our profits are almost $1 million. Really nice. Still, these guys are insane. Their revenue. Oh my god, that is so strong. Good for you. I say good for you because you can't expand, so yeah. Thumbs up from me. Okay, so we're hauling a lot of food. Shall we start looking at making some food here, some goods there? And that's pretty much that, I guess. Yeah. We need to think a little bit about how we're going to action this. Do we want to double track it? I may go single for now. It's also like, well, how bad is this? This is, yeah, obviously this is hideous. Don't know what I was thinking. All right, don't berate me on that. We want to supply this bakery with some food. We've got some options here. We may want to do little mini stops, which I think is quite a nice idea, actually. So perhaps, love that cattle, double cattle. If only there was like, yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. No wonder they're doing so well. They are crushing it here. It's amazing what you can do with. Yeah, that was actually the perfect start. The test runs I did didn't show any of these things, but yeah, no, they I think they lucked out by building a large station there. Medium there. If they'd got those the wrong way around, because it's kind of random what they do to some extent. You don't often see computers with large stations, but I guess it's based on the number of passengers or something. Maybe we go for a large one here, because that would actually encompass, wow, like everything. I'd be tempted to just take the sugar, because we can do stupid amounts then. That takes some grain. We could go 4 and 1 and make it a double route. Yeah, let's do that. So we take 4 sugar, 1 grain, although I'm a bit worried that that's... We can't actually... might not be able to do that actually. That cattle ranch might be in the way. Let's try it. No, we're good. We're okay. Yes, there. Yeah, rather than having multiple stations, because this is a straight line, it's going to build up some good speed here. So we can do that. Let's wait. We don't actually have enough money to make these large stations yet. But you know what? That doesn't matter right now. We can actually get started here. We can go from here. Nothing. We'll just go empty. Well, really, we'll start... No, we'll go here. Because it'll be difficult reordering it and stuff like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that should be fine. Maybe we'll even alternate the 2 surfaces. So one takes 4 sugar, one takes 3, and then 2 grain. Could be an option, but there's so much more. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. I've already changed my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back. Lovely. That's pretty nice, actually. In fact, you don't need to take anything else. Yeah, that's fine. Economy cooling, that's okay. I hope. Let's go large station here. There we go. That misses out 1 house, but that is what it is, right? Okay, the SD45. This is one of those diesels that lasts a long time. I think there's an improved version of this. This is kind of an advancement from the GP18, I think. So let's have a quick look. GP18, 69, 52, 32. Above average, very good. It's definitely slower. This is worse. It's just cheaper to run. That's it. I'd rather have the better quality train. These GP19s are making me a lot of money right now, so they can continue to do that. If they continue to do that, I will be most happy. But this is good. We are meeting the prerequisites here. We are hauling 10 to 15 loads of food a year, which is quite nice. I was supposed to double track this up if I'm not mistaken. I don't know why I didn't. Why did I not do that? Oh. I'll do that in a bit, I guess. Okay, some key infrastructure built, including the customs tower down here, because there is a port. So in they go. And yeah, I'm hoping we can make both those sugar farms profitable as well as the grain silo. It might take a while to make that profitable, but we'll see. We'll see how he gets on. Uh-oh. The ruler of Sevastia has asked that you connect the city of Caldera Bluffs within 5 years. If you do, he promises to provide some type of reward. What it will be is yet to be determined. Yeah, but what will he do if we don't do it? Oh god, that's what I'm worried about. Alright, the STP-40, which is a much more expensive version to run than the 45. That's kind of weird. This E60CP electric train that's kind of cool looking, in a very old version of what sci-fi looked like. Oh, here we go. It's all the mad trains now. TGV. This is not worth it financially at all. By the way, I did just change this other train to have taking 2 grain and 3 sugar instead, just to try and balance it out a little bit so we can hopefully pick up all 3 of these businesses, which will make us a good bit of money. I still don't know if I'm going to connect up here. I may have to sort of throw a save in case it's a crippling, you know, crippling side effect, because, like I said, I don't know what he's going to do. Are we going to get tariffed? Is that what's going to happen here? It might be, you never know. Okay, so over here we actually have a couple of sugar that we can take, a couple of sugar farms, sorry, that we can take to the bakery here. I think I might start with that, and therefore we can take more passengers and goods across. I just feel like that might work a little bit better. There we go, that's the sweet spot. We get both of those in there. Lovely, let's go ahead and... I'm actually going to, bizarrely, I'm going to electrify this because we can get a nice cheap train that's easy to maintain. Actually, are those even still available? Yes. 17,000 compared to... Oh, actually. Very good fast. Fast acceleration is nice, though. The fuel cost is so much less, but you're not really going to be... Well, no, you are going to be running a lot. Every time you get 2, I'll probably... Yeah, I'll probably have you going. Let's kind of do this. There it is. A straight line. Yeah, I'm gonna go electric track. We'll have 1 electric train. Just financially makes a lot of sense, I reckon. Really solid train, this, whatever it's called again, class 1020. It's definitely helped me out in some scenarios. I think 1's in the 2nd century, actually. It's really, really good for. So let's go ahead and take as much as we can up here. Put you to needing it to be full. You can come back with just a caboose. And that should do it. And then in the future, you just make sure that you've always got at least 2 sugar there. Yeah, that's it. Always have at least 2. Very good. Lovely, so we'll get that going as well. We must be at the point where these are going to be profitable soon. Even you're going to get close to it, but I might hold off another year on that. So looking good. Yeah, the small station here is enough. Like, if I need to make it a medium, but I have no reason to. I'm not taking any passengers there. I'm just taking resources to the bakery in the town. That's awkward, but we'll survive. There's still some additional fertilizer here for you. Yeah, you'll be okay. We'll be okay over here. That's why we have cabooses. It's just sort of, it reduces the frequency in which that happens. There's your endgame electric train, the class E111111111. We'll probably end up having to use that. Potentially. Well, no, the GP... Oh, I don't know, actually. GP18 1958. The GP9 is still available, so I'm expecting the 18 to still be available. I'm not too sure as well, but I think if you purchase a train, it becomes available for a little bit longer. Obviously, I'm sure there's a limit on that, and I could be lying completely. I don't know for sure. But I would like to think that's kind of a mechanic. You know, oh, this train's popular. Maybe we should, you know, keep it on the market a bit more. Makes sense, right? Okay, we are pretty much exactly on point when it comes to sugar production over here. I don't need to add any sort of grain silo. Grain silos triple up actually, for coffee and sugar, by the way. So they're really, really handy like that. But we don't need to worry about that for now. We've got loads of goods here because we're going to be taking goods, yeah, from here instead up to Almanac Falls. That just makes a lot more sense. Right, we've quickly nabbed all of these. 30,000, 22, 24. Turns out that's the more profitable one, the grain silo, because we've got one set to take an extra one. I think that might have been why that year. We're going to buy the port just to keep it with us, as it were. Whether or not it's profitable or not, but at least it's here because we need it to complete the scenario. We have got the sugar here that is looking kind of good. I think I might pick both of these up because they're going to be extremely profitable soon. So next year we'll get a massive influx of money and we can perhaps... I've also destroyed the distillery here, much to Augie's delight, possibly. But yeah, so we will then make, I don't know, probably a double trackle on here. Do we want 2 trains coming down? Possibly. Are we going to utilise this sugar farm? I kind of doubt it. I can see here just taking... There's so much passengers and mail. Apparently everybody just loves mail in this country. It's really bizarre. Okay, we're seeing some deficits here on the train, so I'm actually going to start reducing some of these and actually start adding passengers instead. Might as well, right? So buy one, and passengers. There's always going to be a passenger there, probably. It's a big enough town. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, because this only has 3 carriages. No, one of them only has 3. I saw you. Yo, I saw you. Don't think I didn't see you somewhere. I'm sure one only had 3. I must be imagining things. Oh, I think he picked up muster 1 at the very last moment, but we'll go for 4 and a passenger. Right, 1.4 million. That is rather nice. Let's put a quick save in. By the way, yes, that is my... I don't know if I've gone through this before. I was trying to go for like the maximum score and stuff. Yeah, it's... I just save on the Antarctica one that I randomly have there. So there we go. Right. Let's do a check of everything. 45,000 profit. Good grief. I mean, that went up by about 500,000. So I could do it for 500,000 a year. 40k there. 93! 50, 52, PE of 4. Price to earnings of almost 3. This is ridiculous. That is so good. 74,000 there. That's, yeah, basically a PE of 4. Price to earnings. These are getting there. They're profitable. That's the main thing. You're already lucrative. I'm gonna snag you. We're gonna go ahead and look over here. 32,000. The port is profitable, which is really nice. 25,000, 20,000. That's fine. This should be about... That's under 4 times earnings. How much it cost. We paid 300,000 and we're getting that much in a year. That is absolutely wonderful. Okay. I think we're going to need about 1 point. I kind of went through it earlier a little bit, and that's with non-electric track, which we're going to use. I need about 1.5, 1.4 mil, I reckon, for this. I absolutely can see us running 2 trains here just for maximum profitability. We probably want to come down this way. That's a lot quicker. Nope. We want a steel bridge because that's just very cost effective. Nice straight lines. You want your nice straight lines. That's also really good. All the way up to the coast. Up here as well. And probably down like this. There. That's it. Can we get away from medium? Yeah. I'll lower it. What'll large do? Put it out a bit more. We can get the uranium, which we can take to the port, which would make the port more profitable, but to be fair, we could buy then the uranium mine. Nah. Let's focus on food. Let's make sure we meet the... Yeah, let's meet the objective here. This medium station will suffice. I'm still going to double it up, even though I technically shouldn't need to. We are going to go ahead and build a roundhouse and sanding tower just to make sure all our bases are covered. And here we go. Let's begin a new route, which we've not really done. Oh no. Wait, they got rid of the GP18 before the GP9. Screw you. Why would you do that? I've got to use these expensive things. Because they piles of crap. That's 75. That's actually quite below average reliability. These trains aren't that good though. I think I'd rather have a GP9. Yeah, you know what, guys? I think I'd rather have a GP9. That's awkward, isn't it? Alright, anyway. 2 passengers, 3 goods. Caboose it up. Over here. Lovely. 2 passengers, 3 food. And there you go. That's going to be the routes. We may have to electrify this if this goes within a year. So, but we'll see, won't we? Uh-oh. High Ruler... Oh no, it's okay. High Ruler of Sevastia greets Ambassador of Slobovia. Recent deals of Slobovia yield... Uranium prices up 45%, you say? Well, we've only just created this route, shall we, I've already made the station. I'm gonna let it slide. I know it's worth a lot, but... maybe I can have like a little... You know what? Hang on, guys. Hang on. Let's think about this. There we go. I think I moved that up a little bit by mistake. That looked really off. Okay, anyway. Right. Let's build a little train here. Take that. You see where I'm going here, guys? Let's put in... Sorry, red flag only. At the station. Yes, that's it. Very good. Yes. No electricity, because there's none at the actual station, is there? There we go. Right, off you go. Very good. Thank you. Glad I put some sanding tower and a roundhouse there, because at least now we can do this. Over here, we're going to exchange the passengers that it's already getting for a couple of uranium. Yes, yes, maybe even passengers next to uranium. Oh, that ain't cool, man. We'll go ahead and put this here as one. Yeah, all right. For now, though, you're going to take 2. Because if it's worth a lot, let's go ahead and get the money for it, shall we? Okay, very good. And then we can pick this up as well. Okay, well that's a decent bit of money, I suppose, for... Bear in mind it's for businesses that we already supply really well. Or at least the food is not going to be worth much. But 209, the 2 uranium is at least doing something there, I suppose. Oh dear. Is there anything down here I've missed? I don't think so. I think I've picked up my 3 key ones and my 2 endpoints. Very good. Yeah, we have a strong base now. I think we can probably, once we've kind of picked up the uranium mine, we're pretty much done then, I suppose. Yes, I could take some sugar down here as well. I'm going to continue with goods, just really make this port extremely valuable, because that in itself gets about 50k of, I think, profit in the end as well. Especially once we supply it with some uranium as well. Off it goes. I mean, we have a customs office. We are curating this a little bit, sort of. I might actually go ahead and pick that up now. Let's take a look at how it does at the year's end, shall we? Oh, no, for goodness sake. Train 1. Yeah, I do. That can have a... No, I don't want to. Yet. I might be better off electrifying this track and going for the standard E-class. Really? Because we can't replicate that train, can we? And it just crashed at the start when all the chemicals are there. Oh, it's a disaster, guys. Oh, an environmental disaster. Well, at least our ruler doesn't care about that, does he? Alright, here we go. The ruler of Sevastia has been informed that you have failed to connect to Caldera Bluffs. The people of Caldera Bluffs are quite put out by your failure. Luckily, the ruler seems to have forgotten you were even asked. Thus, no official repercussions is likely to follow. Uh-oh. No likely ones. Okay, well, okay. Moronica goes on a drinking binge. Price of alcohol up 35%. Let's hope they remember to pay. Haha. Good one. Alright, $1 million in profits. Profit. How much do they even have now? 20 million! Yo, you mind if, man, it's a real shame we can't buy it from them, isn't it? Okay, let's replace this train finally. Let's go from here, passengers. On this occasion, we'll go double mail, double... No, let's go, yeah, like this. And then we'll correct it once we go from there. I still like the 2 passengers, 3 goods. I think that's really quite nice. But there we go. We've at least got this electrified with a decently reliable train. So off it goes. Very good. And we'll replace this now with 1 passenger, 4. I'd rather have the caboose. Yeah, you don't need as many passengers because you're also getting... No, you just don't need as many passengers, really. I would say. Well, apparently you do, actually. So maybe I want to think about what I'm doing with the GPs here. Yeah, they take a passenger anyway. Okay, good. Yeah, that'll be worth a lot more as well. That's fine. Yeah. And we are also a little bit... Oh, okay, I see what's happening here. We are... Everything's kind of building up a little bit. It is, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so now I need to adjust... Not these. Those first 2 routes. Yeah, the Sevastia crossing ones. 5. No, they're fine. They're fine as they are. As long as there's still somebody's getting across, then we'll make it. They've connected to Indigo. You look at... Oh, that is cheeky. Interesting. You're not going to be able to do anything, though, unless you're set to wait for cargo. Really? Another train wreck? Oh, no. See, this is what happens, I think, when you start using trains that are no longer available for purchase, I believe. So we might actually need to look at mass electrification here, and I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that then. So let's see how much this costs. I won't use the little cheat where you do 1 tile at a time. Look, see, this is all for free, these last few. Except I did just do that, so I guess I'm not so holy, am I? But that's fine. But yeah, wow, our first 2 trains are dead. Dead. Good grief. Okay, with that done, let's go ahead and build 1 electric track coming from here. Yep, lovely. And replace... So our top and bottom train, both are the class E111 and are doing the same routes. But yeah, there we go. Gotta do what you gotta do. The problem is this train is a little bit sluggish. It just doesn't have the horsepower, does it? Compared to the GP18. Look at it, it's struggling. You know, with these goods. I mean, mind you, with just this tonnage in general, but... So I might actually have to change that up a bit. And electrify this as well. That just would mean more money, I suppose. Okay, these guys are going a little bit crazy. It makes me wonder where else they're going to eventually go to. They are trying to use up their money. They're obviously set to a... I guess that's how the AI is set, to a certain limit of how much they'll... you know, they'll sit by until they've amassed so much money. So I kind of want to, you know, start expanding across and at least fulfilling our objective. That's all I really care about, is fulfilling the objective. I think we're going to have to do that with probably the E111, really. Everything else is just inferior when it comes to... Yeah, everything is inferior. Which means we're going to have to electrify here first anyway, so we might as well nip that one in the bud. So, yeah, tell you what, let's do that now. So it's done. There we go. Because we're going to be going all the way up here and then probably up and across is the most likely thing, so we don't have as much contact on these tracks here. Remember, we just need to get 12 sets of goods across. That's all we have to do, and we've still got until, I think it's 1995 to do it. But it would be nice to kind of do that sooner rather than later. Alright, so we've already met the prerequisite for loads of food hauled. We just need to, we've got 15 years to prove our worth. Now's kind of the time, isn't it? We're at 1.4 million. We need about, I just did the math quickly by just basically dragging track across. Let's call it 2.5 million to get to high water. So that's probably going to be the last thing I ever do. I'd rather try and do the Omelak Falls, address that situation first, shall we call it. Are we going to make this a thing that's permanent? Maybe we could have a passenger route to actually make it worth our while, but really, I'm a lot more interested in, yeah, exactly this. Doing... yeah, like that. Up over here, yeah. That looks good enough. And do it like this. We need to find the shortest route across. Which is probably, yeah. Here. I think that is it. Alright, let's go here. There we go. That will have to do for now. We are going to need a lot of monies. What's the gradient like? That is so funny. Mind you, if we get that started early enough, we can do that. You know, it is, how much? 18. Do you know what? No, let's not entertain that. Let's not. Let's try and do this. It probably scales quite badly after a while as well. But yeah, it's going to go up this way, up that way. Oh no, so not that way. It's going to go... oh, I always thought it went up this way. Hang on a second. Does it go... how do you even get stuff up there? I didn't notice that. I always thought that was the way you go. Huh. I guess that's it, huh? 7.5%. Actually kind of crazy. This is only 7%. I'm going to put that in now. That is our best route up. Yeah, that is our best route, isn't it? Okay. Okay, I might actually replace these GP9s with the Class 55 Deltics. I remember using these when I first ever, not the first ever time I tried the China scenario, but a good number of years ago. And I found it to be quite good because of its ability on flat terrain. It just seems like a nice way to perhaps speed these two up and make them a bit more profitable. We're also not turning a profit on the... oops, okay, the bloomers off the economic... whatever. Oh my gosh, they are just... look at them, expand like a weed! They're gone crazy. Okay, fair enough. We're not making much... we're making a loss on the uranium mines, so we need to sort of pick up the pace here. So let's see how these get along now, because we've really increased. Yeah. Most of this is flat, therefore it should perform quite well. It's roughly the same to run. In fact, it's marginally cheaper. So I think that's probably a good thing. It just gets these across the line a bit quicker, which will give us more revenue in a year, essentially. So yeah, this is much better, I would say. Gets them out of here quicker too. It's time to make things happen. Make the magic happen. Right. What are we looking at? Oh god, that's my year's money. We need a full year to make the bridge that goes across here. No, it's cheaper just to go across this way and run on flat land here, isn't it? Yeah. And then attempt the steep hill. That just is what it is. There is no nice way to put it, I don't think. Okay. Guys, I'll get back to you in a couple of years. Once we've built up a few million, maybe. I think about 2.5 to 3. Uh-oh. Uranium spill off Slobovian shores. Drunken Moronican ship rams uranium barge. Demand for alcohol and uranium down to pre-boom levels. Remember, alcohol and uranium don't mix. Ah, if only we knew that. Well, too late for me then. Oh well. 1.3 million profit, 2.4 million there. I think let's wait until 1983 before we attempt to make this final connection. Because remember, we need to have enough money for the train as well. Perhaps since we're not doing diesel trains anymore, we should really be looking for bridge building being cheaper. Thank you. Still revenue higher, don't care, station building cheaper. Yeah, that benefits us. So suddenly, this actually drops to... takes 300,000 off. That is really nice. Okay, either way, we're still going to wait till 1983 before we start this project. Holy crap, we should not have waited. He's already gone ahead and done it. Wow. I don't believe the cheek of it. Yeah, they've gone and expanded across here. I've genuinely never seen a computer do that, an AI do that. Have you? I'm curious to know. Okay, well, I'm feeling a little bit pressured now. Let's go ahead and, whilst the year's progressing, let's sort of keep things going down here. 4%, 5%, 4.5 there. That's it. Up here. And then once you're out... No, that's not what I said. That's good. That'll have to do. Right, now we need to work out the best way to Omolak Falls. We also need to work out the best connection for it. Good grief, this is not going to be an easy... That might be the best. Looked freaking awful. I have a feeling it's much shallower from here. Yeah, you can see there. Alright, let's sort of kind of gauge this then, I guess. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's it. No, that's actually it. .4%. Do you have to do that, or could you just sort of like 5 point? Yeah, as long as it's under 6%. That's it. There it is. There's our way up. Recession ahead. Sure, screw you. All right, you know what? Pause here. Let's start this now. I think you all know what we're doing here. Let's go on Black Falls. Yep. Okay, we're obviously going to need to build sanding towers galore. But we're going to go from Spiff, and we need to get a bunch of goods there. That's all we have to do. So at least the journey's shorter than as if it was from Port Sevastia. So from Spiff, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to Omolak Falls. That's it. That's all you're going to do. Just there's nothing else to really do there. Off you go, lad. Off you go. I do need to replace you with electric trains at some point, but one thing at a time. You have priority. You can't reach the station. I've missed something. I'm overseeing. Okay, guys, you're going to troubleshoot with me. See how we troubleshoot this. Da-di-da-di-da, that's fine. Unless, of course, only a diesel train can get across there. Ah! That's a big problem. That doesn't exist. Can you cheaply get there? Yes, you can. Okay. That's not connected to... Do you know what? We'll deal with that in a moment. As long as the train's going, we'll rebuild the station in the new year. But we need to get this this going. So we need 3 of these to make it there in the next 12, 13 years, I would say. I reckon it'll take no more than 5, right? Wow, our track maintenance has rocketed considerably, which makes me think, actually, can we get somebody who lowers track maintenance? Engine maintenance, that's not the thing, it's track maintenance I want. Train safety isn't the worst thing. But there's nothing there I think I want. Train speed is a good shout, actually, though. Okay, right, let's sort out the glaring error here, and that is, you know, sorry, can we do this properly? There. Omelak Falls, yeah, you've got to go from here. That is the closest we can achieve. You're going to go to there. Done. Okay, thank you very much. Very good. I assume we still have more at Spiff. Yeah, we can just basically pump these trains out like it's nobody's business, so get the next one going. Very good. But we do need to think about these engines. That's the only thing. So you get across here, and then from here, with a small station, you can go Sanding Tower. Start with that. Try and be as efficient as possible here. The sand is going to go first. Glad that can go through. Very glad. Alright, here's the big hill. Let's see if it can handle it. It's sort of getting through, but it is eating up sand like it's nobody's business, but I have nothing I can do to save it, unfortunately. We're just not earning enough money to help it recover, but it's gotten through with that full... Wow, I thought it would need a lot more, to be honest with you. That's fine. Do what you're going to do. Yeah, you do you. I'm just trying to meet a bunch of prerequisites here. Sand is gone. I need the year to end already so I can get a bunch of money. That's amazing. Okay, let's go ahead and put Sanding Tower here. And let's stop you. Genuinely, let's stop you. Alright, done. Right, Sanding Tower here. Oh, okay. I think we're good. Go. And then from here, another little one. Possibly here. Wait, stop. Stop. How's the oil? Oh, fine. Oil's fine. Sanding Tower here. I just want to make sure you definitely get up here. Sanding Tower done. We have our infrastructure for the route done. We need to build one more. Classy. Done. Alright, good. Go. It looks like these trains aren't going to crash, although they could, obviously. Absolutely. So I might build one more anyway. We're barely making money from this, but it's fine. It's just we just need to meet this prerequisite and we're done. Then we just need another few million to connect to high water, which they have long done. So we'll have to maybe make our own little route down maybe here, but it doesn't really matter. It just get there is the only objective. So we will need a few million for that. How are you doing? You are... There you go. Yep, good. You picked up your sand. Unloading. Right, retire. Done. That train is gone. I might, just to be on the safe side, build one more. Oops, no, let's go. These trains will they be profitable? Minus about 120k? No, they won't be profitable at all, really. The train itself costs about 400,000 to make, but hey, as long as it does the job right. So this next train should mean we meet the next prerequisite, or the gold one, actually, of 12 loads of goods. Let's just make sure that gets in there. Very nice, that's unloading. I might wait until it goes, just to be on the safe side here. Okay, retire you. Thank you very much. Then we have one extra one coming in. Yeah, so we should have that done. I need, like I say, about 3 million to connect to high water. Maybe I could do it for a bit less. It's a bit awkward with the dare tracks in the way, which is why I think maybe at the end of this year I might be able to. They are just, like I say, they're just going. They're going to expand to everywhere, essentially. I think it's safe to say. They will be the dominant network. Whether or not their train routes are any good is... I don't know, they're building them quite well, actually. Like, they're all under 6%, but their train qualities are questionable. And those diesel trains are not very good. They're terrible on hills. Look at them. Those are your starter trains in very, very, very late game. Like, if you're in the 2000s and you start. Yeah, they're not all that. So, I don't know. But we'll see. And in case you were wondering, the uranium mine is doing very well. Profits were low, but that's because of the trains we were getting across. Actually, we're doing quite well. 100,000, it was 136 last year. So that is quite nice. Oh, here we go. Electric plant, but nowhere to take the waste, so... Not that good. Excuse me, not that good if you ask me. Right, let's take a look here. Straight line. High water. If it was hell and high water... Well, that's it, isn't it? We've done it. There we go. Go for a medium, just to show off. Right, do we win? Technically, we've done it, right? You all saw that. We have done it. We have connected to high water. I don't see what else we do. Oh, I've connected to the ROM. The RON high water. Hang on, there we go. What's wrong with me? Oh dear, let's destroy this. There we go. I can't even bulldoze that. But we do have a station there. Can we not, surely we can build, like, you know, a station here. There we go. Covers a bit more. Yeah. Well, what are you waiting for? I don't know what else we've got to do. I might have to wait until... yeah, until the next financial report to find out. Ugh, a train wreck. Just the worst. Alright, hang on then. Let's hold here. So at the end of the next year, Port Sevastia true. I don't know what else you want from me, really. I really don't know what the game wants from me other than maybe we have to see out the full 30 years. Which, okay, fine, we'll do that. I can't replace this train with the same train. Oh, good to know. It's just taking off the trains that I'm using. Alright, fine. Fine! We'll deal without you then. We'll just electrify everything, I suppose, is the message here, isn't it? Okay, we are about to finish this scenario. We are connected to Omelak Falls here, so those goods did arrive there. Let's just frickin' leave this. Yep. No, we did it! I'm sorry, you're presented with the silver spoon of greed. Such joy as this cannot be expressed, so just hold on to it till there's a way to sell it for a tidy profit. Well, I got the gold. You all saw those goods arrive. 12 loads of goods, and they arrived at Omelak Falls. Unless they were meant to be from Port Sevastia, but to be honest, it didn't show the thing on their status screen, so alright, fine. No, well, it says we got the silver, but we all know we got the gold, so well done us. I'm going to leave it there. This ended up being almost 2 hours, by the way. I've had to really cut it down, so hope you enjoyed. Next time we are going to start the new campaign on the 2nd century. That should be a lot of fun. And yeah, it's a lot more challenging than the classic campaign, so yeah, we're not going to get all golds, I know that for sure. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I shall see you next time.